I play Emily Email. It's a character.
Back in London, Sarah Davies works on a popular BBC radio show.
It's great. It's fabulous fun.
But her trip to Tampa was hardly that. Coming over to care for her sister, she'd lost her passport on the plane.
When I get off, how am I going to prove who I am?
It's valuable. It's probably the most valuable thing that you have with you.
Janet Stevens, manager of AAA's travel services, says new ID requirements were instituted for air travel a year ago.
Well, I can assure you that they're not going to take your word for it. So you will be denied boarding if you do not have a government issue photo ID.
For a lost passport, the first thing you'll want to do is file a police report for identity theft issues.
You're going to have to go ahead with, first of all, getting the first passport canceled out and then having a new one reissued.
If you're overseas, you'll need to go in person to a U.S. consulate or embassy. But Stevens says you can help speed up the process by making copies of your passport ahead of time.
Make 2 copies. Keep one at home where somebody's going to have access to that copy. Have the other copy with you. Put it in your suitcase, your carry-on bag, someplace other than where you keep your passport.
But what happens when you lose your wallet while on vacation in another state? You have several options to catch that return flight home. You can order a new driver's license by calling the Florida DMV. They'll ship it to you for a price. You might also be eligible for an ID from the state you're visiting, but you'll need documents to prove who you are. If you can't get that driver's license or ID, there's a second option. If you're not checking luggage, you can print your boarding pass from an airport kiosk or from home. But you'll have to go through special steps to be cleared by the TSA and face additional screening. Stevens suggests a third option, having a family member overnight you your passport if you have one.
Absolutely. That's the ultimate form of ID.
I shouldn't have done what I did.
Sarah had put her passport in the airline's seat pocket and believed someone took it. So her advice?
Make sure it's on you.
Luckily, Sarah had time to get a new temporary passport. That's because she lost hers after she was already cleared into the U.S. by Customs in Newark before she got to Tampa. Well, when we got in touch with her airline, they did offer her some credit for her inconvenience, but she plans to really hold on tight to those documents next time she flies. Kelly and John?